When you're pregnant, you're kind of bombarded with information about, things like Zika or other, diseases that can really affect the fetus. And with COVID, just no information at all. All of our dreams of doing baby moons or having any sort of travel while we were pregnant just obviously couldn't happen. All of the scans that I was getting just to make sure it was a healthy pregnancy. Normally you would have your partner or spouse there. These are really big milestones. So the 20-week scan, which is the really big one, almost always a husband would be there. So my husband kind of missed out on all of those. I mean, obviously he got to see the images, but just interacting in real time with the tech, he kind of didn't get to have that experience. So that was a little bit disappointing. But luckily they did allow one person to be with you in the delivery, so it could have been a doula. Obviously, in my case, I wanted my husband to be able to experience it, so he was there, gowned up like any normal delivery husband. He was able to be right near me the whole time. He was able to hold me. He had to wear a mask, but I didn't, so I was a little nervous going into the delivery whether or not I'd have to go through a pretty intense physical experience in a mask, but because I was negative, they didn't make me mask up. Post-birth is already a pretty intense period for any new parent. You're constantly questioning whether you're doing enough, and layering COVID on top of that, still so many unknowns about how it would affect children. Sometimes you hear it doesn't affect them at all. Other times you hear that they can have serious issues. We missed out on all those early visits, the way that we missed out on a baby shower. So it wasn't easy. I have to say, there was a lot of texting, a lot of phone calls. The silver lining, I would have to say though, is no fear of missing out. Normally I think when you're a new mom, you're really feeling the left behind, you can't go see the hottest movies, you can't eat out, you're really stuck at home all the time. Well, during COVID, everyone was stuck at home. So I wasn't being reminded of what I was missing necessarily because there was nothing being shared. I think if I had been having that kind of resumption of normal life hanging over me, I maybe felt a little bit more anxious about it. I just remember so many of my friends, the last month of their maternity leave, there's this kind of almost dread because you've gotten so used to one-on-one time with your baby, and now you have to think about somebody else stepping in to that role. It's such an abrupt shift, and for me, I was able to kind of transition that a lot more gradually, which I think has been really wonderful and allowed me to really feel comfortable in my role as her mom.